Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening, downloading, and subscribing to the latest edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I'm 12 Kyle. Check this out, man. I have a special podcast. Well, they're all special podcasts, but this one's a little bit more special because of my co-host. He's been on the podcast before. He's no stranger to the podcast. He is a music fan, a big aficionado. His friends call him old school, so he really listens to hip hop and R&B from the 80s and 90s. Not so much of the music that his friends listen to of today, but yeah, man, special guest in the building. My 16-year-old son, Kameron, is in the building. Cam, say what's up to the people.
How you doing, people? Yeah.
Come on, bro. I wanted to get you on the podcast because you and I talk music all the time. And we were having a conversation the other day about music and hip hop in general. And you asked me about a Migos song. And you asked me, had I heard the Migos song? And my response was, why in the hell would I listen to a Migos song? But nonetheless, when you asked me that, you started talking about the beat. So one of the things that I have noticed that, you know, people of your generation, young people, if you will, young hip hoppers, y'all tend to, you know, I guess cater to the beat first. When you're listening to a song, particularly if you listen to a song or an album for the first time, what is it about the beat that really takes you as opposed to listening to the lyrics?
Well, first, the beat is the first thing that you hear when the song comes in, and that attracts you to the song rather than the lyrics. Now, the lyrics is a component to it that adds to it, but if you have a good beat, most likely you're going to have a good song no matter how bad or decent the lyrics are.
Well, you can make a case that the lyrics, that you could have a dope beat and not have good lyrics, right?
Yes.
Okay, so like case in point, like I used the Migos for an example, like they're not gonna blow you away lyrically, right? But sometimes it's not necessarily about the beat, because you could have a beat and the beat might not be that great, but the lyrics could be, you know, off the chain, right?
Yes.
So what I wanted to do was let me play something here. Put this one on right here. I'm gonna play something for you, and I want you to hear it, and you listen to the beat and tell me what you think about this beat. So, I mean, it's a simple beat, right? There's nothing special about this beat, right?
It has nice components to it as they bring it together. The song's still going on.
Right. But what I'm saying is, like, this beat doesn't blow you away, right? Very simple.
It would blow me away if the lyrics, like, he comes in hard, but as far as this generation, no. This is trash.
It's trash to this generation. So this wouldn't be something that you would consider a bop.
Not of this day. No.
Okay. All right. That's what I thought. I mean, you know, it's okay. This is one of the. Are you familiar with the song?
I'm familiar with the beat.
Okay. This is BDP's "The Bridge Is Over." Is one of the greatest hip hop songs, which actually spawned the Bridge Wars, if you will. I'll talk to you about that later. But yeah, so what I'm saying is, like, the beat matters, but like in my generation, we were taught to listen to lyrics. So lyrics matter. So like when somebody tells me, you're like, yo, you need to hear this new, I don't know, let's use Lil Wayne for an example. They say, oh, you need to hear this Lil Wayne album. Man, his beats are crazy. I don't want to hear, I mean, like, his beats don't matter to me. Like, I want to hear what he's saying. If he ain't snapping and rapping, you see what I'm saying? So what about you? Is that what are you checking for when you check out music?
A little bit of both. You have to have beats and lyrics. You can't have one without the other.
Okay.
For me to like the song.
Okay. So for you, it's about the lyrics.
Yes.
So who would you say that you listen to in hip hop, either past or present, has really, really good lyrics?
I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna say past would have to be DOC and the present would be J. Cole.
Okay, so you like J. Cole, and you said DOC. The DOC man was whew, man, he was cold. He was cold. And word on the street, and I've heard a few things about him getting his voice back. So hopefully, he can get back into the studio and make some music. Love that album. That first album was so dope, man. And you said J. Cole. Now J. Cole is someone who, at least based on the people that I see on Twitter that follow me on Twitter, the younger Thundercat generation, because that's what I call them, Thundercats. They tend to, I don't know, like people, it's like they seem to be, it's like 50-50. Like you have your J. Cole fans, and then you have your J. Cole stans, and then like you have people who just don't like J. Cole. What is it about J. Cole that you like?
J. Cole's flow, like you can put, there's a whole lot of rappers nowadays that if you put them in the 90s, they're just a regular Joe in the street. But if you put J. Cole in the 90s, I feel like he would fit because he has this flow and he doesn't need a beat to just rock the mic, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Okay. I like Cole. I don't know if Cole would fit in the 90s. He might, maybe. I think Kendrick could. I like Kendrick. I like Cole too. Don't get me wrong, but there's a slew of rappers.
Cole's better than Kendrick.
Stop it. What makes you think Cole's better than Kendrick?
Kendrick's flow. No, he can't touch J. Cole's flow.
Are you serious now?
And J. Cole can freestyle way better than Kendrick.
When have you heard J. Cole freestyle? Kameron. I've never heard
when
J. Cole.
When he first came out, he had a whole bunch of freestyles, and on top of that, the album that he put out, I think, if I'm not mistaken, those weren't, half of the songs on there weren't written songs, and also
he didn't freestyle an album.
I said half, or not even half, just a couple songs, and I've never heard anything about that for Kendrick.
Well, have you ever heard Kendrick freestyle?
No.
Have you ever heard Kendrick Lamar's albums?
Yes.
Which albums have you heard? Did you hear Section 80?
No. The only Kendrick album that I've listened to fully was what was it called? Mad City or something? Good
Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
So you can't be critical of Kendrick if you haven't heard all of his catalog.
Okay, but from what I heard, I know that
okay, so just say,
Cole.
Well,
I mean, I know that Cole's
well, you're not, well, here's my thing. And what you just did, and I'm glad that you did it, is what a lot of hip hop fans do. They compare two people, but they haven't really been familiar with the other person's catalog. So it's hard for you to say that he's better than Cole when you haven't heard all of Kendrick's catalog. I would suggest that you go back and listen to Section 80. Go back to listen to Overly Dedicated. Well, actually, yeah, start with Overly Dedicated, Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City, and then bring it up to Pimp a Butterfly, and then Damn. Once you listen to that, you listen to Cole's discography, you'll probably change your mind. One other thing that is, and it just got me to thinking about it, that you said one day, I don't know if you were talking to your brother Brandon or something like that, but y'all happened to be talking about music or something. I think we were in a car driving somewhere, and you said you don't like Jay-Z?
No, I don't have a problem with Jay-Z.
Oh, okay.
I have a problem with this new Jay-Z. Like he he doesn't fit into where he used to be.
Yeah, this new Jay-Z is whack. That's what it was. You were talking about Biggie. You said Tupac was better than Biggie.
I am a fan of Tupac and not Biggie. Well, I'm not a fan.
How are you not a fan of Biggie?
No. Let me say this.
You are my son. How are you not a fan of Biggie?
No. Let me rephrase what I said.
You can be a fan. I'm a joker. You can be a fan of whoever.
Let me phrase what I said. I like Pac better than Biggie, but I don't have a problem with Big. He's a good rapper.
So why do you think? Okay. You like Pac better. Let me be clear. You like Pac better, but you don't think that Pac. Do you think Pac is better than Biggie?
Keep
it real.
As far as lyrics,
lyrically, yeah, we're talking lyrically.
Biggie is better, but
Okay.
As far as Pac as a person, Pac and his message that he brought, that's
fair enough. Because I was about to kick you off the podcast. Another thing we always talk about, and we talked about it when you were here before, about samples. What I want to do is, like I told you, and we talk about it a lot of times in the car when we're listening to music. A lot of times you'll hear different things and different samples in music. So I'm going to play a couple of samples. Again, it's not to stump you. Bless you. You might get it right, you might not, but I want to play it anyway. So the first one, you got it in. I'll play this for you. You tell me if you remember or if you know this song. Like I said, it might be familiar to you, it might not. Some of these samples came from songs. Don't be cheating. You're trying to look over here. Some of the songs came from songs of the 70s and 80s. So I'll play it for you and you tell me what you think. Let me cue the beat up.
Now you're asking.
Okay, so what's the song? Yeah, no, who sampled it?
Ice Cube. It Was a Good Day.
Yeah, that's right. Isley Brothers, Footsteps in the Dark. The Isley Brothers are one of the most sampled acts in hip hop. You can run through their discography and there's so many songs that have been sampled. Obviously, this one is very popular and was popularized by, like you said, Ice Cube. Today Was a Good Day. The next one I want to play for you, you might know this one. No, I take that back. You probably won't know it, but I'm going to play it anyway. This sample is very, very popular. Extremely sampled a lot in hip hop. So I'll play the beat for you. Does it ring a bell? You probably heard the song before, or songs before. Now, what comes to mind for me, the name of the group is called The Honey Drippers. They actually say it on there. The song is called Impeach the President. This is one of the most sampled songs in hip hop. Were you familiar with it? You ever heard Impeach the President?
No, I haven't heard who sampled it either.
Now, I remember hearing this sample. I think the first time was on a song called As We Go by Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. But you probably remember it from this. Top Billing. Mm-hmm. Yep. Audio 2. So that was a song. I think Impeach the President is one of, I'd probably say in the top 5 songs been sampled in hip hop history. So that's another one. But yeah, that's another banger. Let me see. I'm pretty sure I'm going to play this next one. I'm pretty sure you don't know this one. But listen to it anyway. Now, hip hop heads are going to recognize this one. Does it ring a bell?
I'll let it play.
It's playing? Yeah. I like the groove to it, though. Much slower. Does that sound familiar?
Not one bit.
The name of the artist is, I'm sorry, the name of the song is, the name of the artist is, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Labi Siffre. And the name of the song is I Got It. Let me pull it up. I just had it. It's called I Got The. That's the name of the song. I wasn't really familiar with the name of the song. I had to look it up myself. But when it came on, I immediately remembered who sampled it in the first place I heard it. Jay-Z. That's right. Streets is Watching, produced by the legendary DJ Premier. And so, yeah, that was one that I thought, when I heard it for the first time, I'm like, yo, I mean, it jumped out at me, but I didn't remember the group. Like, I never heard that song before in my life. But But I do remember the sample. I remember Jay-Z sampling it. Eminem also sampled that song as well. So, but yeah, man, that's how samples go. That's a part of hip hop. It's always interesting and always fun to go back. I, commend you for being, involved in hip hop and what I would tell you to do is, like I've told you before, anytime you're confused or you want to, learn more about a song, you can just go to like whosampled.com. A site like that will tell you exactly who sampled the song and where the song came from. You don't see as much sampling now, with this generation, obviously, because of, it costs a lot to sample now. So, but yeah, man, that's how hip hop rolls, man. That's how it is. I know you mentioned the other day about Drake sampling. What did he sample? He sampled that Lauryn Hill joint, right?
Yes.
Did you like his sample on that?
Yes, and Nice for What was a good song. Yeah, he sampled that pretty good.
You like Drake?
Old Drake. When he first came out.
Yeah, I like mixtape Drake too. So yeah.
That's too far for me. But I'm saying like, Take Care.
Take Care of Drake? Oh, he was kind of falling out of favor for me. I like Degrassi Drake. But yeah, so yeah, man, I just wanted to get you on the podcast. We talk hip hop a lot. We talk R&B a lot. Maybe the next time we have you on, we'll talk a little R&B since you right.
Over with.
What do you mean that's over with?
It's over with. I know more about R&B than hip hop. Say less.
Okay. So maybe we'll bring you on and play some R&B samples that you probably won't understand.
Probably will know.
So yeah, that's gonna do it for us. You got anything you want to say to the people before you get out of here?
Peace out.
That's gonna do it for us. So for my son Kameron, I'm your boy 12 Kyle. We'll catch you guys next time. 5,000.